All right, hi everyone. My name is David, and I would like to use this video to just walk you through verbally what you should expect doing your road tests in New Brunswick. I'm doing this video because I know the importance of having like a one-on-one interaction with an instructor or like a trainer before doing your road test. It kind of increases your chances of success, of passing, if you have a one-on-one with a trainer doing your road test. And I know that some of you might not, for whatever reason, might not have the opportunity to have a one-on-one with any trainer. Maybe all you plan to do is just to watch videos on YouTube, listen to friends, and have them share their experiences with you, and based on that, and probably with some experience you also have, based on that, you want to go do your road test. But it is also always good to have like an interaction with a trainer that tells you what is expected of you, which increases your chance of success when you go to do your road test. So that's why I'm doing this video. So I have some videos on YouTube where I actually drove through some routes in Moncton to show people actual road routes of what examiners will take you through during your road test. So you can check my videos on YouTube for that. So I'm just going to run through this. I hope I can do it quickly and just walk you through some of the things you should prepare for during your road test and what you should do during your road test. So I'm going to rush through. On the day of your road test, obviously you should be prepared for your road tests. Watch videos on YouTube, watch my videos, watch this kind of video very well, and also practice on the road before going for your road test. On that day, you should go in with your identity, your IDs, and a vehicle. You can use a friend's vehicle, you can use your own vehicle, you can use a rental vehicle, you can use anyone to do a road test. Yeah. And you should also go with the vehicle's particular, the vehicle registration and the vehicle insurance. You should have all that because they will ask you all those documents in service New Brunswick, if you're doing it in New Brunswick. So you have to present those documents, and after that, the examiner will ask you where your vehicle is parked. It will walk with you to where the vehicle is parked in the garage, and will ask you to do some checks. The examiner will check some things in your vehicle, things like it will ask you to just put up your headlamp, your full lights. It's gonna check it if it's working. It will ask you to put on your signal lights, signal left, signal right. It will check the one in front. It will check the one at the back. Then it will ask you to put on your wiper, your screen wiper if you should have. For your vehicle, the one in front. If your vehicle has a screen wiper at the back, it will ask you to put that on. And yeah, then it will ask you to put your brakes on. If you have the brake, the handle brake or the one on the button, it will ask you to put that on. Then it will ask you to start your vehicle. Then ask you to put the vehicle on a drive. Then it will ask you to take your leg off the brake. So your brake, the handle is probably on. It will ask you to put that on. So that one is on. If you're using a handbrake or a button, you put that on. You start your vehicle. You put your vehicle on drive. Then you take your leg off the pedal brake. If you do that and your car still stands, then it means your brake is good. Your handbrake or the button brake, it means it's working very well, it's good. Then you are good to go. If you do that and your handbrake or your button brake can't hold your vehicle still moves when your leg goes off the pedal, then you can't use that car for your road test. You have to probably go change the car and get another new car for your road test. So those are the checks it's gonna do. Then after that, if all those checks are good, then you're good to go. It puts on his is the seat belt. You have your seat belt on, it tells you if you're good to go, then I'm good to go, you can go. So that's how you start the road test. Now I'm going to ask you one question. It will ask if you want to do parallel parking first, or if you want to go to the road and after the road come do parallel parking last. It will ask you to make a choice. Now, I usually tell people, students, that just tell them you want to go to the road. Just hit the road first. Do that, and after that, you can do the parallel parking. Why is, if you go to the road first, and after the road tests, the road drive, you come back to the facility and the examiner tells you to go and do parallel parking after you're done on the road, that means you did well on the road. That's it. So just get it over with. If you ask me, just hit the road first. Do the road. Then once you're done, if you're done with on the road, if you're finished doing the road test, doing driving, and the examiner brings you back to the facility and it takes you to the parking lot, and he or she did not tell you to go do parallel parking, that means, I'm sorry, it's a bad news. You failed that road test. That's what it means. So if you do your road drive first, and after the road drive, you come back to the service New Brunswick, and the examiner says, let's go do parallel parking, that means you did well on the road test. Most likely, you're going to do well at parallel parking. That's it. So just get it over with. Do your road. That's just my advice. Whatever you want to do, you can do. You can do the parallel parking first, then you go do the road test, whatever, the road drive, whatever it is. Just make your choice. But like I said, if you're going to ask me, I'll just say do the road drive first, and after then come back to New Brunswick, do your parallel parking. If they say let's go to parallel parking, then you know that, oh, that means my road drive is good. All right. So now, one thing is, going forward, you should always, when you start your road drive, let your handle hold your vehicle on 10 and 2. 10 and 2. That's what is expected of you in New Brunswick. Hold it 10 and 2. Don't hold your steering like this when you are doing your road tests. Don't do that. Don't hold it like this, you know. I know that a lot of guys, you like to hold your car like this. Doing your road test, don't do that. If you do that, the examiner is going to fail you. So hold your vehicle like this all through during the road test. That is the 10 and 2, or 2 and 10, whatever it is. That's how to hold your steering throughout your road test. Now, one thing I'm going to tell you two things. Number one, use your signal very well during your road tests. Signaling left, signal right. If you want to make any turn to the left, before you do that, signal left. If you want to make any turn to the right, before you do it, signal right. If you want to make any turn, signal. Signal is very important to examiners here. I mean, to the road rules here. Signal is very important. You cannot over signal. That's what I want to say. You cannot over signal. Always use your signal very well. Use it very. Don't be scared to use your signal. And another thing you should do very well is mirror check, side check. Mirror check, side check. Mirror check, side check. Check your mirror, check your side. Check your mirror, check your side. You can never overdo that. The examiner wants to see you doing lots of signaling, checking your mirror, checking your side. So this is the sequence. If you want to change lane, you want to move from the right lane, from the lane you are to a left lane, this is the sequence. Signal left, pam, 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 pam. Mirror check, your signal is still on, you check your mirror. side check, which is the blind spot. You check your side. Then after you've done that, it's like this: 1, signal; 2, mirror check; 3, side check. So after you've done those 3, that's the sequence: signal right, signal left, check your mirror, that left mirror, check your side, so signal is still on, then you move. If your mirror and if the mirror and your mirror view and the side view says that the left side is good, then you move. That's when you move, after you've done those checks. That is the sequence. Don't do signal left, then you move to the left. Don't do that. If you do that, the examiner is going to fail you. So do signal left, put your signal left. You want to go left, check your mirror, check your side, then move. Now that's what they say we should do, and that's what we should do. Last week I was trying to merge the highway from like a sideway. I was trying to merge the highway from a sideway. So I was almost entering the highway. I signal left because I want to join the highway. I signal left. I checked my mirror. My back was good, but there was a vehicle very close to my side. I didn't see the vehicle, but there was a vehicle that was there. But when I looked into the mirror, I didn't see my mirror didn't show me that car. The car was just by my side. Because I checked my side, I was able to see that car. If I did not check my side, I rely only on signal and mirror view, I will have moved to the left and take the vehicle off the road. I will have caused an accident. So it's very good to always do signal left, mirror check to that side, side check, which is the blind spot, side check. If it's all good, then you make your move. And the same thing applies if you're doing the right side. Signal right, mirror check, side check, all to the right before moving. That is the sequence. If you don't follow that sequence, the examiner is going to fail you. So that's the sequence that you have to follow. And so that's how it goes. Your speed limit. And like I said, the examiner wants to see you doing lots of checking the mirror, checking the side before you move to the left. Checking the mirror, checking the side before you move to the right. He wants to see you doing that. He needs to see you doing that. Mirror, you signal right, you check, and you move. Now, the examiner, they know that you know how to drive. They are not disputing that. But the road test is to check if you know there are road rules or there are traffic rules. That's what they are testing you for. They know, probably some of you probably know how to, you've driven maybe 10 years from the country you're coming from. If you are an immigrant, you've done like 10 years in the country you're coming from. Some of us have probably done even like 5 years driving, and you have a driver's license, valid one. But before they give you their own driver's license, they want to test if you know the road rules. That's what they are testing for. They know you know how to move the car. You can move the car from point A to point B, but do you know the rules of the road? That's what they are checking you for. All right, so the speed limit here, when you are doing your road test, should not go below 30. Actually, the speed limit here is 50. Yeah, it's 50, except you're on the highway, and you will not do your road test on the highway. No, some highway here in New Brunswick, in Moncton, some highways have like 100, 110, but you will not get there for road test. You're going to drive within the city, and you'll be doing 50. That's the speed limit is 50. You're not going to do 100, so it's 50. Don't go below 30. Don't go below 30 when you're doing your road test. For some reason, there might be traffic, so you can't help it. But if there's no traffic and the road is free, don't do 30. At least do 40. above. So there was one of my road tests that I did, which of course I failed. I was doing 30 and the examiner asked me, why are you doing 30? And I said, I'm trying to be careful. That was my answer. He said, why are you doing 30? I said, I'm just trying to be careful. So he asked me to look at my back. When I checked my back, I saw like eight cars piling up behind me because I was doing 30 and the road was free. So cars were piling up. So the examiner said, do you know you can cause an accident with this? I knew that I failed that test. And another thing is, if you're doing 30 and the road is free, the cop can pull you over. You're doing 30 and the road is free, the police can pull you over. If you're doing 30, the police will think you're doing 30, your vehicle is slow because of two reasons. Maybe your car has a fault, so you can't move. Or maybe you are not feeling well, so you can't move. So the cop will pull you over. You're doing 30, you're very slow when you should be doing 50, when there is no traffic and you're very slow. The cops will pull you over. And they will ask you, is anything wrong with your car? And if you say no, they will say, okay. If anything wrong with you, health-wise, say no. Then they will ask you, why are you doing 30? Why are you slow? Do you know the rules of the road? Do you know the speed limit? So you can get a warning ticket for that. So during your road test, do 50. If the road is free, do 50. If the road is not too, like some vehicles are around and is not probably too free for you, can do 45, you can do 40, you can do 35, but don't do 40 and just stay within 40 and 50 doing your road test. And stop sign. Stop sign. Don't do above 50 during your road test. Don't go above 50. Stay within 50 and 40. If you ever hit a school zone, drop down to 30. School zone, if you sight a school zone, you see the speed limit for school zone is 30, drop down to 30. Don't do 50 on a school zone, it is 30. And when you get to the end of the school zone, then you can move your speed back to 50 or 45, whatever it is. Only on school zone area. So, stop sign. If you see a stop sign, don't do a rolling stop when you hit the stop sign. When you get to a stop sign, bring your car to a complete stop. A total halt. Now, let me give an example of what a stop sign looks like. A stop sign is, we can imagine a stop sign like this. It's like there's a police officer in front of you that asks you to stop. When you get in front of that police officer, you will not do a rolling stop in front of the police officer. You're going to come to a complete stop. So that is what stop signs are for. A police officer is not there, but the stop sign is working on behalf of the police officer. So you do a complete stop before you proceed, if you have to proceed. And doing your road test, if you do a rolling stop, so that means you didn't come to a complete stop. You got to the stop sign, the line, then you slow down, but your car was still moving a little. Then you started moving. If you do that, the examiner is going to fail you. Complete stop at stop sign before you move. And if you don't do a complete stop at stop sign, the police can pull you over. That's it. If you get to a stop sign and you don't do a complete stop, the police they will pull you over. And they will tell you they are giving you a warning ticket because you did not come to a complete stop at a stop sign. So that's serious. All right. So, and the rule of the stop sign is the car the vehicle that gets to the stop sign first is the one that should move. So in a scenario whereby you are coming this way doing your road test, another car is coming this way doing your road test, you are coming like this, another car is coming like this, you go to the stop sign first before this car gets the first stop sign. So it's like you get there first, they get there after you, you just keep moving, then they can move. The car that gets to the stop sign first has the right of way. If two cars, you are coming like this, another car is coming like this, so you are coming opposite direction, but both of you have a stop sign. If you hit the stop sign at the same time, but you are both going straight, then you can get there, stop, then keep moving. It's fine. But if this car wants to come like this, and this car is going like straight like this, and both of you hit the stop sign at the same time, the vehicle going straight is the one that has the right of way. The one that wants to intersect and come like this have to wait for this one to go straight first before this one goes. If you hit at the same time, but if same scenario, if you are coming like this, another car is coming like this, but this car hits the stop sign first, it gets there first before this guy. If it gets there first before this guy, this one can go. It can intersect and go before this one goes, as long as it gets there first. But if they get there at the same time, this one has the right of way. The one going straight has the right of way. If a car is coming like two cars hit the stop sign at the same time, one is coming like this, another one is coming like this, one like this, another one like this, hit the stop sign at the same time. This car is the one to the right of this one. This one goes first. I know it can be a little bit. So if two cars are coming like this, one is like this, one is like this, one is coming straight, the other one is coming from the right, and they hit the stop sign at the same time, the one to the right has the right of way, goes like this before this one can go like this. Check it out. Check it out more, probably Google it, so you can have an idea of what I mean. So that's stop sign rule. Okay. But remember, at any time, use your signal, mirror check, side check before doing anything. Okay, so let me just now traffic sign. Let's take a quick look at traffic sign. If you get to the traffic lights during your road, now this is what your examiner is going to tell you during your road test. The examiner will just sit beside you with their paper and with their pen and with their pullover. Very scary sight sometimes. Could be very scary sometimes. And they know that they could make you nervous. They know that when you're in their car, when they're in your car, you'll be nervous. Some examiners are very nice. They make the road drive comfortable for you. But some are not too nice. But whichever one comes your way, I wish you luck. Just deal with it. Once you know what to do, you'll be fine. So during your road test, the examiner will tell you things. This is how they're going to direct you. They'll just sit beside you and they will say, when they sight a traffic light ahead, they'll tell you, when you get to that traffic light over there, go right. They give you time to prepare. That's how they direct you. Or they say, when you get to that traffic light over there, go left. If they want you to go straight, when you hit a traffic light, they will not say anything. They will just keep quiet. They will have told you before the drive test. They will have given you the drill. They won't say a word. They will just be looking. So that means when you hit a traffic light and the examiner wants you to go straight, they won't say a word. That means keep going straight. But if they want you to go right or left, they will tell you when you hit that traffic light over there, go right. When you get that traffic light over there, go left. Or they will say when you get to that stop sign, go right. Or they say when you get to that stop sign, go left. Or stop sign over there, go straight. They won't say a word when they go to straight. So that's how they'll direct you. When you get to that traffic light, go right. Traffic light, go left. Stop sign, go right. Stop sign, go left. That's what the examiner will be telling you during your road test. So like I was saying, when you get to a traffic light and the examiner tells you, when you get to that traffic light over there, I want you to go right. When they say that, you should know that whenever you see any traffic light ahead of you in New Brunswick, in Canada, in US, if you see a traffic light ahead of you, start looking at the markings on the floor. They are always road markings. Some goes like this, some go straight, some go like this, and some is straight and like this at the same time. So when you see a traffic light ahead of you, start looking at the road, the floor of the road for road sign. So if the examiner says when you hit that traffic light over there, go right, they've given you ample time to plan ahead. So what do? When it says that, you start looking at the road sign on the floor. When you begin to approach the first marking on the floor, usually you will see maybe like 5 markings on the floor. It might be 5 or 6 that goes to that side before you now eventually make that turn. When you start approaching the first marking on the floor, what do? Signal right. Remember, it says go right. When you start approaching the first marking, what do? Signal right, mirror check, side check your blind spots, then you move to that right. That's the sequence. Then you keep going. Then you negotiate. If it says left, if it says if you get to that traffic light over there, you go left, what do? You start looking at the road sign. When you see the first marking to the left, before you, don't join it. Before you join it, the first one to the left that goes like that, before you join, that is the marking. You might say like 5 of that marking before you can make that initial, the real turn. Before you move to the first the left marking, the left lane, first thing you have to do, signal left, signal, mirror check, side check, check your side, your blind spot. If it's all good, then you move. Don't move without doing, that's the 3 sequence. Don't move without doing those 3 sequences. You need to follow those 3 sequences. If you don't, they're going to fail you. So that is how we do it. If it says move right, you follow those 3 sequences, then you enter that lane. When you're about to move right, in most cases, there will be a yield sign. Yield sign is like, you know, that triangle, that red triangle. That's a yield sign. It means you have to yield to the vehicle coming from the left. If a car is coming from the left, you yield. That's the yield sign is in front of you. Yield for them to go. They have the right of way, not you. If they go, you can go. If no car is coming from the left, but you've checked, you have to check. The examiner has to see that you are checking your side before you go to that right. So I've moved lane to the right. Then I've gotten to the point where I have to negotiate to the right. Before I go to the right, if there's a road coming like this, I have to check to see that it's free. If I just go like this and I move and I don't check, the examiner is going to mark you wrong. that you did wrong. So you have to check if there's a road coming like this, check. And if a car is coming and you have a red triangle, yield, you have to yield, wait for them to go before you go. All right, okay, so that's how you negotiate. If you are at a stop sign, sorry, if you're at a traffic light and you are going right, at a traffic light and you are going right, traffic lights, you are going right. If the traffic light is red, but you are going right, it doesn't stop you from going right. You can go right. Traffic lights doesn't stop you from going right. If it is red, the red is for those going and coming. You can still go right as long as no car is coming from your left. So, but this is the rule. If the traffic light is green and you are asked to go right, the traffic light in front of you is green and the examiner asks you to go right, you can go right as long as the vehicle's coming from your left. There's no vehicle coming. If the traffic light is red, but the examiner says you should go right, you can still go right, but you need to first come to a complete stop before going right. Remember, the traffic light is not to the right, it's to is in front of you for those going and coming, but you are going right. But if that traffic light is red, it doesn't stop you from going right, but you need to come to a complete first before going right. Also checking to see that no vehicles come from your left. If the traffic light is green and no car is coming from your left, you can go to the right without stopping. You don't have to stop. If it's red, you have to stop. I think you get the point. If you're going left at traffic light, traffic stop sign, if you're going left, if the traffic light is green, it means you can go if no car is coming. You don't have the right of way. The cars that are coming straight, opposite you, the straight ones, they have the right of way. You can go left if no car is coming. They have the right of way. But if the traffic light is pointing an arrow to the left, arrow, that means you are going left, you have the right of way. If it's pointing arrow. If it's just green and there's no arrow, but it's green, you can go left if no car is coming straight. The ones coming straight have the right of way. At any point in the car, at any point in time, the vehicles coming straight, they are the ones that have the right of way at any point in time. All right, so that is traffic lights scenario. Before you move, signal, mirror check, side check, then move. Even at a stop sign, if examiners say at that stop sign over there, not traffic light, stop sign, at that stop sign over there, we are going right. If it says that, what do? As you approach that stop sign, as you approach the stop sign, signal right, mirror check, side check. Even though you are not moving, you are going straight to go and stay at the stop sign. This not traffic light, this stop sign. Even though you are not negotiating yet, you are still going towards the stop sign mark, and you're going to stay before you come to that complete stop. If it says that we are going right at that stop sign, if it says that, signal right, mirror check, side check, and you move to that stop sign. Then you wait. And if you got there first, you move. Don't wait too long. If you wait too long, it's called hesitation. It means you don't know what you're doing. All right. Now, one thing also is amber. Don't try to beat traffic light during road test. During your road test, don't try and beat traffic light. What I'm saying is, if traffic light is green and you start moving towards the traffic light and it turns to amber, take amber as a stop sign. during your road test. Because if you want to beat the amber before it turns to red, it is possible that when you've moved past the stop sign and you want to cross the traffic light, before you move past the traffic light, the amber might turn to red. If it turns to red, you're failed. So because I have some students that have tried to beat amber and it turns to red before they move, and the examiner failed them. So what I tell people is, when it turns to amber and you are still approaching, you are close to the traffic lights, you can still beat it. During your road test, don't try and beat amber. When you see amber, just come to a complete stop. If the examiner tells you it's amber, tell the examiner that it's going to turn to red very soon. If they say, if the examiner says that why are you stopping it's amber, tell the examiner that this thing you are saying is going to turn to red very soon. Don't try and beat amber. Come to a stop. Let it come to amber, come to red, then back to green, then you move. That's how to treat traffic lights. Amber during road tests. When you pass your road test, you can beat amber if you want. But don't try and do it during road test. Don't try it. Okay, uphill parking. So the examiner will tell you sometimes, they'll say, when you get to that spot, park to the right. In most cases, it is uphill parking most of the time. All the cases I've heard is uphill parking. All the cases. So during your road test, on the road, then I will tell you, if you see a spot over there on the road, you can park. It's most likely uphill parking. In that kind of case, what do? Before you park to the right, follow that sequence. Signal right, mirror check, side check, then move to that right, then you park your car 1 meter away from the curb. You park from the slab, you park your car. When you park your car, you turn your steering, your wheels to the left. Most times it's uphill parking. You turn your wheels to the left, then you leave it there. The examiner looks at it and says, okay, this is good, perfect. Now we can go. If he says we can go, don't just hit the road. No. What do? Signal left. Now you want to join the road, you want to start moving. Signal left. Mirror check. Check your mirror. Side check. If it's all good, then you merge and join the road and start going. That is how you do it. If it says we can go and just signal left and you just move to the road, it's going to fail you. Okay? All right. And last thing I'll talk about is parallel parking. I'll do a video on parallel parking and I'll post it online for you to see how to do parallel parking. But this is what I want to tell you. Parallel parking is like a cone. They'll just put some red cones on the side and they will tell you inside Sackville New Brunswick facility, they will put some red cone and they will tell you to park your car with reverse inside the cone. That's what parallel parking is. So, but the idea is, imagine there's two cars, one in front, one at the back, one in front, one at the back, and there's a space in between them, and you want to park in between them with reverse. That is what parallel parking is all about. But they use a cone, some red cone like that in this case scenario. I'll post a video on parallel parking, I explain it. But when examiner tells you let's go to parallel parking, the cone is always in front of you in the Sackville New Brunswick facility. That's where you do parallel parking. In front of you. When you start moving towards the cone, which is always on your right side, always. When you start moving towards the cone to do your parallel parking, inside the facility, you are not outside, but you do as if you behave as if you're outside. So what you do, when you start moving towards the cone, which is on your right side, signal right. It's the same thing. Mirror check. Check your mirror. Do a side check. You are moving towards the cone in the service New Brunswick facility for the parallel parking. Signal right. Signal right. Check your mirror. Check your side. Then move towards the cone. Then you do your reverse and you park inside the cone. If it's good, the examiner will tell you, okay, it's good, now we can go. Right inside the facility. If it tells you you can go, don't just pull out of that car park. It's your facility. Don't just drive out of that place. If it says you can leave that cone, you can drive out of that cone. What are you going to do? Signal left, because you are coming out now, and you have to come out of the cone through the left. Signal left. Check your mirror to the left. Check your side to the left. Inside the cone, I see you outside. You check your mirror, you check your side, signal is to the left, then you move out of that cone. That's how you do it. Now you see that you can never overuse the signal. Use it at all points. You can never overdo mirror check and side check. Do it at all points. Don't do it after you have moved. Do it always before you negotiate, left or right. Those three sequences, very important. Do it. They have to see you doing those sequences. So I hope I was probably going to do like a 15 minutes video. I've done almost 41 minutes video. I hope this is able to help some of you. Prepare for your road test, because I know the importance of having a one-on-one with someone that has experienced it to put you through. I know what the importance of that. That's why I'm doing this road test. I hope it helps you. If you watch this video and it helps you to pass your road test, you can drop me a comment on the comment section, so I'll know that this video really helps you. Because if you do your road test and you fail, it can be disappointing. If you try it again second time and you fail, it can be disappointing. If you try the third time and you fail, it can be demoralizing. I've been around a little while to know how it can affect people. That's why I'm trying to push this content out, so that it's going to help you prepare very well for your road test. Wish you luck. Wish you luck in your road test. Be calm, be relaxed, watch the videos I posted, watch this one very well, just go through it very well, doing your road test, go in there, take a deep breath. I wish you luck, meet with a very good examiner that is having a good day that day, and hope everything goes well for you during your road tests. Have a wonderful one.